Okay, so I am going to start by repeating myself. If you're in the room, you've heard me say it, but for the people not here, there's some handouts today. This is a lot of the stuff we've been talking about, but I have been struggling to explain really well. So I found some nice guides to help you guys, because I know adding numbers that are negative and subtracting numbers that are negative can be very tricky. So use this guide to help you. Now there's a word on here that some of us may have never seen. Integer. Everybody say integer.
Integer.
Thank you. Integer. Does anybody know what an integer is?
Number.
A number? It's a specific kind of number, though. Does anyone know?
Negative, positive?
Could be negative, could be positive. Let me ask you this. Would a number that is a fraction, is that an integer?
No.
No.
Would it be a line on top of the number?
Like a repeating decimal type?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be an integer. That would be an irrational number. But we'll talk about that later on. Yes, a whole number. Any number that is positive, negative, or zero. Whole numbers. So it cannot be a fraction. It cannot be a decimal. So we're just adding and subtracting positive and negative whole numbers. And here's a little guide for that. Here's a guide for multiplying and dividing negative numbers and positive numbers and zero numbers, just to help us remember. And then I found this. I just thought it was cute. Thought it was kind of funny. It says, "Behold, Dorito Man, multiplying and dividing rational numbers," which is a fancy way of saying integers, basically. Basically, whenever you are using Dorito Man, here's how we use them. Whenever we are multiplying two numbers together, if we have a negative number times a positive number, if you cover them up, your answer is a negative because that's all that's left. If you multiply a positive number times a negative number, your answer is negative because that's all that's left. If you multiply two negative numbers, cover them up, your answer is positive because that's all that's left. So this is another little cheat sheet you guys can use. I don't know. I thought it was cute. So.
That's a good way to.
Right, I thought it was kind of funny. Moving on. Let's look at this worksheet. So as I walked around the room, you guys were doing really good on this. Really, really good. My heart happy. So let's run through some of these together and just make sure we all feel good about it. And as I am solving these with you, if at any point I write something and you don't know why I wrote it, or if something is not making sense, please tell me. Raise your hand, ask questions. I won't be frustrated. Want to help. So let's get started. I'm just going to write day 4 on here because that's what today is for us. It's day 4. It's Thursday. And it's January 16th. Okay. So, I did not make this worksheet. The directions I wasn't as worried about. It says something about using a highlighter to show what you did first. You didn't have to do that. I saw some of you did, and it's nice. I might actually do highlighter up here as we go, just because sometimes using color and highlighting things helps give us a clearer picture of what's happening. So, I think I will do that. I like it. So let's look at number 1.
16.
You got 16 as your answer?
Yeah.
Did anyone get something different than 16? 4?
I got 12.
12? Anything besides 12, 4, and 16?
16 then.
16 is the answer?
Yeah.
Let's find out. Let's do it together. So I have 12 minus 14 divided by 7 plus 6.
Division first.
Ah, yes.
14
We are
divided by
using,
7, 2.
Yes.
2 them.
we're using our order of operations, guys, which remember, there's a poster up at the front of the room. Our order of operations tells us that we do division first out of all of these. So we're going to do 14 divided by 7, which is what? 2. Awesome. I'm going to cross it off because I'm done with it. What do I do next?
You bring
12
down
minus
12
2.
and
Yes,
6.
let's bring everything down. I've got 12 still minus 2
10
plus
plus
6.
10 plus 6.
Yeah. 12 minus 2 is 10.
Yep.
Plus 6 is
16.
16. 16 is the answer. So we can see how doing things in the correct order is very important, because if we get one step wrong, we're going to get some very different looking answers. Does anybody see, now that they've seen it worked out, that didn't get 16? Do you see which part you did incorrectly maybe? Does anybody see? Okay, awesome, awesome. If you didn't get 16 and you're still confused, tell me. I'm happy to go for it, yes.
I'm confused.
Okay, you're confused. Beautiful. Let's look. So, which step do you think you are confused about? If I start with my original problem, let's go through. Let's see. We have choosing that we're doing division first. How do you feel about that? Do you know that we do the division first?
Yeah.
Okay. And what did you do next?
After I did the division, I added.
You added, did you do 2 plus 6?
Yes.
Ah, okay. So, if you do the division first, that's excellent, and then you do 2 plus 6, you're gonna get a different answer, because with our order of operations, let's make a little note. Really quickly, I'm gonna put this to the side.
That's the part I
Number
get
2
confused
is
about.
7.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about it, guys. I'm gonna pull out a piece of notebook paper, and I'm gonna take a few notes for us about the order of operation. So if you get these mixed up, write it down. It might be helpful later on.
Are you recording?
Yes, I am. I just got rid of the border.
That's what I said. I didn't see more.
Yes. So I'm gonna label my paper. This is pre-algebra.
Do you have a kitty cat?
I do have a kitty cat.
I see your hand scratches.
Oh, yeah. These are all from my cat.
I have
All my
six.
scratches. Well, they're starting to heal
I had
now,
to
but
calm them down for a while.
it's pretty bad. There's a real bad one.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know, not good.
A cat or a cougar?
She's a cougar. Here, hang on. I'm gonna
Yeah,
pause this
that
for a
was
second.
one. Really sorry.
No, it's okay. All right, so here's some notes. I'm gonna label my paper. J for notes. This is just how I'm keeping track. If I don't label my paper, I'll lose it. Or if I lose it, at least if I find it, I know what it goes to. Okay. And, all right, that we're still in unit 1. Okay. So, order of operations. Let's write down some letters. E, M/D, we're putting these together. And then A/S, we're putting these together. And I'm going to explain why. So, first of all, does anybody know what the P stands for? Please. Please. Yes, that's it. No, P is parentheses. So parentheses meaning grouping symbols, like this, or maybe like this. Anytime we see things in parentheses, we do that first. Now, there's no parentheses in the first 4 problems, so we're not too worried about that. What about the E? What's that? Excuse? No, it's exponents. Exponents. Exponents are things like, okay, that might look confusing.
Yeah.
A to the X. What? It's like 2 to the 3rd power or something. We haven't talked about exponents yet. Don't be worried about them. We're not doing them yet.
I'm familiar with it.
I bet some of you have seen them at least, but we're not worried about them yet. Okay. M and D, what's that?
Multiply, division.
Yes, multiply, divide, multiplication, division. So that is these little symbols.
Add and subtract.
Yes, and then add and subtract. So multiplication and division. Now I'm going to make a special note on these last two. So let me put a plus and a minus. The special note is that these are grouped together. This does not mean that if there's multiplication and division, you do all the multiplication first and then you do all the division. I know this might be mind-boggling to some of us. It means that we do multiplication and division from left to right. From left to right. So
I need to add another letter.
I know. So from left to right in the problem. This way. It's the way that we read from left to right. So whatever comes first, multiplication and division, you do first. For example, if I had, let's see. I'm going to move this down just a little bit. If I had 2 divided by, oh man, I shouldn't start with 2. 12 divided by 3 times 2. Even though M, multiplication, comes first, it's grouped with the division. It doesn't mean I do 3 times 2 first. It means, okay, I have just multiplication and division, so I'm going to do these from left to right. I would do 12 divided by 3 first, which is what?
6.
12 divided by 3.
4.
4. Divided by 2 would be 6.
Yeah.
Divided by 3, that is 4. Then I have times 2
8.
is 8. Good. Very good. So, from left to right. It doesn't mean we do all the multiplying first and then the dividing. We just go from left to right. Now let's look at addition and subtraction. It's the same thing. It's not addition first, then subtraction.
It's left to right.
Yes, it's left to right. From left to right. That's important because it gives us a different answer sometimes. And we saw that in number 1. We had 12 minus 2 plus 6. If I do 2 plus 6 first, I'm going to get a very different answer. We do it from left to right. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the worksheet. I'm going to put this to the side. And let's look at number 2. 7. Is it 7? 7? Did anybody get a different number than 7?
3.
3?
I got 3.
7 and 3. Any other answers? Negative 3.
I got -3.
So negative 3, positive 3, and 7. Anything else? Okay. What should I do first? Step by step.
Division.
Yes, we have 10 divided by 2. That comes
5.
first.
Yep.
I'm going to highlight it. 10 divided by 2 is 5. What do I do next?
You bring it down.
Yes, bring it all down. I have 6 minus 4 plus 6 minus 4 plus 5. Now what do I do?
You divide. You multiply 6 from 4.
2.
Plus 2.
Now let's look at our symbol here. I have 6 minus 4 plus 5. Do I have any multiplication in here?
Nope.
No.
No, just addition and subtraction.
Right.
Just addition and subtraction. So which one do I do first?
Subtract.
Subtraction. We're going left to right. We don't just do addition first because A comes first in PIMDA. Yeah. 6 minus 4 is 2.
Plus
Bring
5.
down plus 5. 2 plus 5 is 7.
Okay.
7's our answer.
I did it backwards.
You did it
Yeah,
backwards?
that's why I got 3.
Gotcha. Anybody else that got a different answer, 3 or -3, do you see what you did? Awesome. Okay. And again, stop me if you're not sure. Let me know. We can go through it.
Number
Happy.
3 is 17.
Is it? Is it 17?
Yeah, that's what I got.
What other answers did we get? Anybody get something other than 17? Everybody got 17? Okay, good. Let's double check it just in case. What do we do first? Division. 12 divided by 6 is 2. And then what do I do?
Bring everything else
Bring
down.
everything down. 5 plus 14 minus 2.
You got 19 and
Yeah.
9 minus 2.
5 plus 14 is 19. Minus 2 is 17. That is correct. Good. Very good. Okay, last one of the basic practice. What do we do first? Multiplication.
20.
2 times 10 is 20. Bring it all down. 18 plus 4 minus 20.
Yeah.
Now what?
20.
Yes, 18 plus 4, what's that?
22.
22
Minus 20.
minus 20
So-
is 2. Good. Good, good, good. Any questions on numbers 1 through 4?
Nope.
Yes. Okay, let's go on to the next section. Basic practice with parentheses.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, we got 4. Anybody
Yeah.
get a different answer?
Nope. That's
Yeah.
simple.
Everybody got 4?
Yeah.
Did anyone get something other than 4? I got 6. 6? Anything other than 4 or 6? Okay, let's check. So let's look back at our order of operations that we just took notes on. We have P, parentheses first. So even though we've been doing division first,
You still gotta go left.
we
Right.
gotta do
number.
parentheses first, guys. That's the rule.
Yep.
So what is 9 plus 15?
24.
Okay, let's write that. 9 plus 15 is 24.
Division sign.
Bring down that division sign. 8 minus 2 is 6. Now, what's 24 divided by 6?
4.
4. Let me get that to focus. There we go. Equals 4.
Yeah, 6 times 4 is 24 if you look at that.
Okay. Do you see how it's 4 instead of 6? Okay, awesome. Any questions on 5? Okay, let's go to number 6. What are we doing first? Parentheses. 10 minus 3? 7. Now let's bring it down. Plus 14 divided by 7. Now what do I do?
You divide it.
Division.
2.
14 divided by 7 is 2. Bring down 7 plus 2 is 9. Awesome, guys. That's so good. Okay. Any questions on 6? All right. Let's go to 7. What's first? Parentheses. 10
Plus 10.
plus 10
Divided by
divided by. Now
Then we
what?
go 2.
Aha, 10 divided by 5 is 2. Bring down 10 plus 2 is 12. Good. Good. Everybody get that one?
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Last one on this page. 12 plus 28 in parentheses divided by 2 plus 2 in parentheses. What do we do? Yes. What's 12 plus 28? 40.
Divided by.
Divided by
4.
4 is 10. Good. Good. Yes. Okay. Before we start on the second page or the back side, any questions at all?
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. Backside. This is the harder practice. Harder. Let's see what happens. Number 9.
You divide hers.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a bunch of different operations. Let's just make sure we can identify every single one of them. I've got division, addition, multiplication, subtraction. Something that helps me is making my own parentheses. Okay. I know I'm going to be doing division and multiplication first. For me, this would make it easier for me to solve. personally. So if you know that these are coming first, you could just go ahead and put them in parentheses. What's 10 divided by 2?
5.
5 plus,
27.
yes, 9
27.
times 3 is 27
Minus
minus 2.
Minus 2.
What's
you got
5
32.
plus 27? 32
Minus
Minus
2.
minus 2.
30.
30. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, okay. I feel silly. I see the V shape they were talking about.
Yeah.
In the directions. So I've been finishing my problems with the equal sign and stuff. And I was wondering on the directions it says your problem should form a V shape once finished. I see now it does make a nice V shape. See that?
Yep, your
That's
answer
cool.
should be the end of the Dorito.
Yeah, Dorito man. Okay. All right. Number 10.
We do division.
Yep, we have some division. I'm gonna put that in parentheses. What else do we have?
We got 9.
Multiplication. I'm gonna put that in parentheses. What should we do first?
Division.
Division. We go left to right. So what's 8 divided by 4?
2.
2 plus 12 times 9, 108.
Yep.
Okay, and then what else do I need to bring down?
19.
Good. 19 plus 2 plus 108.
21 plus 108.
21 plus 108.
129.
129. Guys, that's so good. Any questions about these two? Okay.
Dorito service.
Yes. Okay, let's go to number 11. Harder practice with parentheses. Okay, let's see.
The first one.
Okay.
You do your multiplication first.
So let's be real careful and slow about these. In the order of operations, what should we be focusing on
The
first?
parentheses.
The parentheses. So I'm going to hide this. Now, in the parentheses, what comes first?
9. 9 times 3.
Multiplication. What is 9
27.
times 3? 27. Now, I'm going to bring down my plus 4, and I am still inside parentheses. Now, we don't get rid of the parentheses until we don't have any more operations
Right.
inside, okay? So now, what is 27
31.
plus 4?
31.
31. We're done with that. What needs to be brought down?
The 4 times 31 plus
Good.
10.
4 times 31 plus 10. Now what?
121.
4 times 31, 121. Is that right? I don't know that off the top.
124.
124. Sorry, guys.
Plus 10.
Plus
34.
10.
134.
And that gives us 134. Is that what y'all got? If you
Yep.
attempted this one? You got that? Good. Number 11. Awesome. Now, that one was a little bit more involved than the rest. Does anyone have questions about number 11? That was a trickier one. And I'll leave it up for just a second in case anyone's writing work down. Ready for number 12?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. What are we doing first?
Parentheses.
Parentheses. Which set of parentheses?
21 divided by 4.
Oh, so we're gonna go left to right. Now, technically, because these are separated and we're just gonna have two numbers being added together at the end, you could do this one first. But let's just, for the sake of being in good habits, let's start left to right.
Okay.
So, what's 14 plus 5?
19.
Good, 19. Bring down plus. Now I have 14 plus, what's 20 divided by 4? 5. So we did a couple things at once there. Okay. Now, do I still have to do something before I end on that?
19.
Yeah, 14 plus 5 is 19. And now we have 19 plus 19,
38.
which is 38.
We rock.
Yes, we do. We rock.
Got it.
Yes. You guys. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. This is tricky stuff too. Like, it's so easy to mess these up, and you guys are doing it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, 13. That was hard.
I didn't read it at first. I've been trying to work it out.
So this one is really, really tricky, and I'm gonna explain it to you.
You wanna put the parentheses around 2 times 3.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, so let me explain this challenge first, just in case anyone would like an explanation. You are the one drawing the parentheses in these. We have an equation. An equation is just a number sentence that has to be true. Now, we need to figure out what needs to happen first on this part of the numbers in order for our answer to be 21. Okay? Yeah.
Oh, I got it now.
We need our answer to be 21. So let's see. You said 2 times 3 first, maybe? So that would give us 6.
Yeah.
And then 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 4 is not 21. So that's not where it would go. What'd you say, Finley?
I got 1, 2.
Around the 1 plus 2? Okay.
Left, right,
And then where else?
3, 4.
The 3 and the 4. That one is so tricky, but look at this. Watch this, guys. 1 plus 2 is what? 3 times. What's 3 plus 4?
7.
7. What's 3 times 7?
Okay.
You smart.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, this one was just like if I give you something like this, it'll be a bonus question. I'm not asking to be able to do this, but that's pretty amazing.
That is cool. I like that.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
How about number 14? This one's tough. I'll give you guys a minute. Let's give a minute for you guys to look at it. See if you can figure it out. I'm gonna pause our recording and I'm gonna set like a 5-minute timer. See if we can figure it out. Okay, timer's up. What's the answer?
Put the
26.
26.
Really?
8 plus 2 is 10.
Yeah.
8 plus 2 is 10.
Okay, so you're
Times
doing
3.
3 is 30. Minus 4.
Okay, so is this right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
8 plus 2, we do that first, and it's 10 times 3 minus 4.
Yep.
And
30.
then we would do multiplication
Yeah.
first, right?
30
So 10
minus
times 3 is 30 minus 4. 30 minus 4, 26.
Yep.
Yes. Very good, guys. That's awesome. Okay. Very, very nice.
Good job.
All right, everybody. That is our order of operations worksheet. These are yours to keep. Put them in your folders if you want to look back at them. Use them as notes. What'd you say? No.
Yeah, you probably did.
All right. Keep pausing while I get some things in order. Unpausing. Here we go. So we've done lots of operations. We've been working though only with addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division so far. Those are the 4 basic operations. We're going to talk about one more for a moment today. Just for a moment. There's not going to be an assignment on it yet. I just want to introduce it to you before we go. So we have seen parentheses. We've seen multiplication, division. We've seen addition, subtraction. We haven't seen exponents. Ooh, exponents. I'm going to bring my notes down to here, and I'm going to write that word, exponents. Right, slash powers. I'll explain what I mean by that. So, here is an example of a problem with an exponent. I've got 2, and then I'm going to put a 5 up here. Okay, so before we talk about what this means, how we solve it, let's put a name to what these numbers are. So in this problem, to the big number, big visually, not big number size. I know 5 is bigger than 2, but 2 is the big number, 5 is the little bitty baby number. 2
The fifth
is,
power.
yes, we call this our base number. Two is our base number, whatever number is being put to a certain power. And then 5, the little number in the corner, that's our exponent or our power, our exponent. So let's write that as well. And I heard somebody say it, the way that we would read this is 2
Times
to the 5th power. Oh, it's different. 2 times 5 is different than 2 to the 5th power. And I'm going to explain how. So when you have an exponent, such as 2 to the 5th power, what is happening is repeated multiplication. You're multiplying over and over and over, and here's what I mean by that.
Take 2 times 2 times 2 times 5.
My base number is the number I'm going to multiply over and over and over.
I forgot.
My exponent or my power tells me how many times I multiply it. So 2 to the 5th power would be
2 times 2 times.
2 times 2 times 2, that's 3 of them, times 2, that's 4 of them, times 2, that's 5. Wow. So 2 to the 5th power is really this.
2 times.
Can we solve what this would be? 2 times 2, you said is 4.
4, 8.
So 4 times 2, here, I'm going to cross them off as we go. You said it was 32. Okay, let's see if it is. I bet it is. 4 times 2 is
8.
8. And I'm going to cross that off.
2,
8 times
16.
2,
16.
16 times 2,
32.
32. You're right, Kenley. It's perfect. So 2 to the 5th power is 32. Seems strange. If we were to think of this as 2 times 5, it's 10. 2 to the 5th
I don't
power,
know why I did that.
32. It's all right. It's all right. So there's a little intro to it. And let's see. This class ends at 2 o'clock. We got 13 minutes left. Go ahead and leave. Get out of here.
Okay.
Have a good weekend, guys. No class on Monday.
Yes.
No class on Monday or tomorrow. No class on Friday. Yep, feel free to come. I'm happy to help you if you want extra help or if you know, don't got nothing to do.
Do you want to take the, like, this stuff?
Those handouts are for you to keep in your folders. Please put your folder back before you leave today. Reminder, all those assignments from this week, the math classroom agreement, signature paper, and the day 3 exit ticket is due tomorrow at noon. If you have not turned it in yet, please do that.
So we don't have extra tickets on Thursday?
No exit tickets on Thursdays. Nope. No homework. That's it.